Hello, everyone. I am Nicole Huizinga, and I am the last one to go today, which is not only exciting, but I'm also going to tell you that I'm graduating this Thursday, which is, again, very exciting. So, starting with the fact that this speech sort of means a lot to me, and I really struggled with what I was going to sort of try and key in on, because there's so many different things I've learned from this church. And so I'm going to begin by recalling one of my most prominent memories, and it all begins the summer before my sophomore year. The latter half of our youth group trip was spent in a suburb outside Chicago. We stayed in a beautiful church that resembled a small castle in this beautifully groomed, well-to-do neighborhood. Traveling just minutes from this church we were housed in, Lisa had us work at a Boys and Girls Club, which was in a notably less fortunate area of town. And once inside this club, everyone was assigned to different stations where rotated groups of kids would all go to. Some of us led arts and crafts, some of us led physical education games, as well as other activities. And as the day carried on, I cannot begin to explain how tiring it was to watch these children, keep them under control, gather their attention, and entertain them all at the same time. However, throughout the day, I began to note a distinct pattern of nearly every single little girl who came through my station. They all wanted to play with my hair. They adorned me with braids, ponytails, buns, and all of them at once. These children were so excited to use their fingers as makeshift brushes, which is arguably one of the most painful parts of that day. But I really don't have to complain much, since as popular as my hair was, both Isabel's and Maddie Howard's were undeniably much more popular and took the heat, as about 5 girls would be on each of their heads at once. But what really took me aback was when I learned why exactly these children were so entranced by hairstyling, and why every single one of them wanted to be a hairstylist. That's not to say hairstyling isn't a great profession. It absolutely is. But I think it just took me aback that among this large group of girls, not a single one considered a different occupation. Granted that they were young children, I quickly was educated as to the reasoning behind their similar thinking. The advisors at the Boys and Girls Club talked to many of us about how in this particular neighborhood, the club was a safe haven of sorts for these children. They spoke about how there is much gang activity in the surrounding areas, and how many of these children have never, I repeat, never, left the small neighborhoods in which they live. And since they haven't been exposed to other areas, the hairdresser's shop is one of the only places around that they see women working at. Therefore, they all want to be hairdressers. Now, this experience not only allowed me to gain a different perspective, but it was truly so rewarding to know I was helping children who are in so much need. So it's moments like these where I feel like my faith is most prominent. I know I have God's purpose to do good for others through experiences as these. And I credit many of these experiences to the lovely Lisa, a woman so motivated, helpful, and understanding, so thank you, Lisa. My faith has additionally been strengthened by the wonderful friends I have, several who are here, if you hadn't already heard, Maddie and Isabel, as well as the other amazing kids in this youth group. So thank you for the time that I've spent with you. You've really set the bar for any people I'm going to meet in college. And to my mom, how you've shaped my faith more than anyone, and you're the essence of my happiness. Thanks, Mom.